to throw, Huntley.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, Allen. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Running the counter with Mostert. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Being chased out left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mostert. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Again, it's Mostert. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go.
Touchdown, Bills! That's caught. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Here's Huntley. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. This is Harris. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway in Foxborough. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Huntley to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And he's going to have a Patriots first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down. Huntley. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And running with power here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Yeah, really a heck of an effort there to duck out of one tackle, but it winds up only going for a yard. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
1st down and a little extra for Mostert. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Allen off the play fake. On the move to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
And that's on the guard, Cody Ford.
On play action, Allen. Oh, Diggs, what a catch. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Here's Mostert.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Allen. Touchdown. It's complete. And he is Isabella.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now he'll try to run with this. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. These two teams all tied after 1. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off play action. Huntley. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Huntley. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This is Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Allen. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Shaq Thompson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting.
That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big gain there for the Bills.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, here's Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Allen. And he's going to go down again. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Huntley's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. Off the play fake. Huntley. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there for the Patriots.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Back to throw. Huntley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Dalton Keene His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Allen now on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, Williams. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
On first down, Huntley. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
In that situation on 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. The offensive line did that. They got lower than the guys in front of them and pushed them aside. But even they had to be surprised at what the result was. That kind of yardage on 3rd and inches, that's not what you get on every play.
The final shot before break. Huntley. Looking deep for Adams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Let's go. Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And they will not get a chance to... Return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills on one play have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Williams now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he's out right at the 25.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Play action. Now it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Oh, look at the juke. And the Patriots are going to take over here up near the 40. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level and what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Huntley eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 1st and 10, Huntley. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9
you
picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Harris starts the drive on the ground. Room to run past midfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's Isabella open on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Allen's throw is complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Allen going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Williams to return. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw, Huntley. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Patriots. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. tuck it away, take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Huntley. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Patriots answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's swung out to Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a give to Breida. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Huntley. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go now with Olawale. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. The fullback dive held up short. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Flush to his right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Throwing is Allen. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Flushed out right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. He's at the 50. The 30.
Oh, it don't matter. It don't matter.
10, 5. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here's Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.